This was the most influential coin a little over 2,000 years ago, and this is its descendant. Will it hold the torch of the old gods, having the elite status and enshrining it in the Mount Olympus of bullion coins? Find out today, here on The Culture of Currency. Before we get to today's video, remember to leave a comment below, as this could be selected for our 2020 Krugerrand giveaway, and also look at how many likes this video has and see if you can give it just one click on that little old button. It gets lonely at times. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. Today we have the honor of diving deep into the 2022 Nuie Athenian Owl. And yes, I know Nuie and ancient Greece are far from relative, but I'm going to try and grade this coin honestly, while including every detail needed to assess if you need to run and get your wallet right now to grab this coin or if it's a hard pass. Let's wind back the clock. As you can see, this coin is very old. In fact, many historians believe these coins were minted when the Greeks defeated the Persians, though some experts have it well earlier in the 500 BC range. If you are a student of history, you would note that the Greeks defeating the Persians meant that this coin was now free to spread throughout most of the known ancient world that surrounded the Mediterranean. We talked in my Why We Value Silver video about how many historians believe silver coins were first created so that hired warriors called mercenaries could be paid in small tokens that were easily traveled with, and these mercenaries were sent all over the place to defend their patrons. This coin, called a tetradrachm, is a prime example that should make all of our mouths water, because it was a silver coin back then, just like the coin we're talking about today. Obviously the purity is different, but the inspiration could not be better. This coin became the standard coin of antiquity, as many nations minted these coins in various weights, though the average was only around 17 grams. This is why coin collectors would note various differences in these coins. The obverse would often have the political leader of a particular precinct, while the reverse would have the classic owl. Eventually, with the many disasters that befell ancient Greece, Rome, and even Egypt, these coins fell in its power, but it's noted to have lived up until the 3rd century, which is pretty awesome. Though there are many variations of this coin, it would seem it spanned over 400 years in mainstream circulation, which means it even beats the Austrian thaler in provenance. Now that you understand the strength of this coin, we can traverse to its beauty as we take it to our scale to see if this coin sits in the pantheon of bullion coin gods. When we look at the front of this coin, we cry. Once again, Her Majesty is front and center. But as I think about it, this is actually a good thing for this coin. We have a hammered finish, which looks antiqued, as well as a rim that should really perk up the ears of you stackers out there, as this coin is designed to stack, which is a plus. I love the design, though you know my thoughts on the queen. I really enjoy the obverse, however, and it scores an 8. We are now at the reverse, where we feast our eyes on this amazing blast from the past. This is a theme in coins that should only be done on occasion and only be done well. I love when a selected coin from history is reimagined for bullion. A notable series that does this well is out of the Netherlands and is one of my highest scored coins, and it looks like this. We have here a fantastic rendering. We tie in the front and back with the hammered finish and the rim built for stacking, but what we also have is our piece de résistance, the symbols of Athena. The crescent moon, olive branch, and owl are taken directly from the forms of antiquity. We also see this AOE, which some experts believe mean Aletheia Orno Eternia, which means truth, honor, and forever. However, I tend to agree with other historians who say it is short for the Greek letters Alpha, Theta, Eta, Nu, Alpha, Iota, Omega, Nu. Thanks to my fraternity, I know how to say those, which spells Athenian and conjugates to of the Athenians. We have the purity and denotations that are present but not obscuring of our eye's host. This perched owl was said to have sat on the shoulder of Athena and provide her with truth. As we look at this owl today, we notice a stronger artistic representation with the exception of one item, the eyes. These eyes are a mirrored finish, which I'm going to jump out and say offers you the ability to reflect on yourself, the viewer, as you stare into its gaze. Do you see yourself living a life of truth? It is so rare for a coin to transcend the value of silver by offering us self-reflection. This coin gives us that opportunity, and so it cannot score less than a 10. Mintage is where we are next. I could not find a mintage on this coin, which means we have to relegate it at a 5 until we have a better idea, but my hunch is that this is a highly minted coin, as APMEX even offers it in very high quantities and says that it can put them in a monster box. This is a very good thing for stackers, as it would make really cool towers of silver. Cultural significance is our next area, and this is a coin that can be argued many directions, but I must follow tradition, which is actually quite favorable to this coin. Normally, I would destroy the score here, as the Queen and a Pacific island have no business offering up cultural lessons on ancient Greece. But, as we learned, this coin made its name with many faces from many places. It actually follows tradition for once to host the face of a foreign monarch on the obverse. So, as weird as this is, I actually think it follows tradition and is a great teaching moment for a culture that can tie Nuie in Greece and scores a 10. Collectability is where we go to next. This coin has something for everyone. Into numismatics, this coin is on your list for obvious reasons of its historical past. Love to stack coins? This coin is made to stack, and with quantities, it does not have an overwhelming premium. Are you a collector? This coin series started in 2017, and it's estimated that a 2017 version of this coin is already worth $4 to $5 more than today's version, so we see a trend in value over time. Everyone wins here, so it scores a 10. Now we fall to uniqueness. This is a coin that has a couple of variations just like in the ancient world. It seems to be fairly high in quantity, but it is not done by anyone else other than one coin I found from an island nation of the north, the Cook Islands. This is a very unique coin, therefore, and scores a 9. This means our total is a 53 out of 60 and calls this owl back to Mount Olympus to reunite with Athena and the other elite coins in the pantheon of coins we have rated on this channel. This is a coin for everyone. It is not often you hear me say that every single one of you needs at least one of these, but here I am, and hear these words. You have to get one of these. This has been such a fun one for me. Please let me know in the comments if you agree with my assessment, and please remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.